Children, now we will cover another grammar topic today. The second grammar topic that we will be studying are reflexive pronouns. In your previous class, you all have already studied pronouns, right? So let's see what reflexive pronouns are. Okay. Pronouns are words that are often used in place of nouns which have already been mentioned or are already known. So we are well aware that pronouns are used in place of noun so that the nouns are not repeated, right? Now we have also studied personal pronouns. What are personal pronouns? I, you, he, she, it. These are personal pronouns. Out of this meaning only, when we modify the personal pronouns, we get reflexive pronouns. Let's see how. Pronouns that are formed by adding the suffix self in the case of singular form or selves in the case of plural form to some of the different forms of personal pronouns. These pronouns are known as reflexive pronouns. So basically, when your pronoun is attached with the suffix self or selves, then it turns into a reflexive pronoun. Now we'll study this chart a bit for your understanding. Okay, we will be considering first person, second person and third person, and this will help us derive the different form of reflexive pronouns which we can use in our sentences. Okay, these are the reflexive pronouns which we will be practicing and doing in our exercises and gaining knowledge about them. Okay, so in case of first person, the gender will remain uniform. Okay, in the case of singular form, myself will be used as the reflexive pronoun. Okay, in case of plural form, ourselves will be used. Okay, in the case of second person, okay, again gender will be uniform, and singular form we will be using yourself in the case of second person, or else yourselves. In case of third person, we have more example. We have the masculine singular form himself, feminine singular form herself, and otherwise himself, herself and itself can be used according to the example. And in case of neuter gender, that is something that's not having life, okay, itself will be used, or else in the plural form of uniform gender, we will be using themselves. Now we will be seeing how do we use them, why do we use them. Okay, use of reflexive pronouns. So we'll study the uses, and considering each and every use we will be learning or studying an example. Okay, so reflexive pronouns are used for emphasis. So the first use that they are very clearly specifying is emphasizing some point. Okay, so to enhance the meaning of some point. When a reflexive pronoun is used for emphasis, it is also known as an emphatic or emphasizing pronoun. Okay, reading this example now. Gopalan cooked all the dishes himself. Okay, we know that Gopalan has cooked all the dishes, but by adding the reflexive pronoun himself, it is clearly specifying that no one else helped him, no one else assisted him. It was only Gopalan all by himself that he cooked all the dishes. Okay, we ourselves saw a tiger fighting an elephant. So basically it was witnessed by us. We've not heard it, or we've not heard about it, or we've not been told through someone. We ourselves have seen it. Okay, so it is clearly being emphasized when we use the reflexive pronoun. Vikram went to Delhi himself. So the journey of Vikram has been specified that he undertook the journey himself. He did not send somebody else. It is clearly being emphasized. Okay, all these three examples are helping us understand. Though reflexive pronoun used for emphasis is usually placed after the subject, It can also be placed after the object of a transitive verb or after an intransitive verb plus preposition plus noun. Okay, now how are we going to clarify this point? In the case of the second example, we is the subject and we have the reflexive pronoun ourselves. So this is the usual position. We usually have the reflexive pronoun after the subject. Now if we study the first example, in the case of the first example, the reflexive pronoun has been used after the object of the transitive verb. So object, we have the reflexive pronoun and this is the object of the transitive verb. But in the case of the third example, which is an intransitive verb, it has been placed after the object, okay? But this object is the object to the preposition to. The reflexive pronouns can be omitted without changing the meaning of the sentences. How come? Let's study the example back again. Gopalan cooked all the dishes. We ourselves saw a tiger fighting. We saw a tiger fighting with an elephant. Vikram went to Delhi. So basically you see that it's not making a difference if we remove it. It's basically enhancing its meaning. Okay? When a reflexive pronoun is used to emphasize a noun other than the subject, it is placed immediately after that noun. Okay, so they are telling about some examples where two nouns has been specified. One is a subject, one is some other noun. Can we have an example for that? Alice met the queen herself. So over here we know Alice met the queen. So we have another noun, queen, and so it has been used after this noun to specify the importance of the meeting with the queen. The sentence emphasizes the fact that Alice met the queen and not somebody else. So herself comes immediately after queen, thus making it quite evident that we are primarily talking about this important figure, queen, and emphasizing its importance.